So you want to know what the deal is with RAD Rite Aid? What's going on? How much potential does it have? Is it a possible swing trade? Is it a possible time to get in long? Or is it a possible short? I'll break it down in this video. So breaking down the chart here on RAD, you can see this morning at 11 o'clock, it had some news came out that possibly the WalGreens and RAD Rite Aid were going to get this deal done. It's been bouncing around for the last couple months or a year or so, really, on the idea of getting bought out by WalGreens. Also had some trouble because people were saying that the deal wasn't going to happen. So looking at the chart here, 5-minute chart, you can see, so jumped up from that 310 there at 11 a.m., big spike in volume and move there, jumping up here to the 423 after hour. So big move there, up almost $1.10 there today, up 30% on the day. Looking at the 5-minute chart here, you can see some of the resistance support areas. Had a big move, jumped up here above $4 and then pulled back pretty hard. You can see had some news came out that the buyout might not actually get done, with the news that the commissioner of the FTC or something was going to file a lawsuit to stop the merger, and somebody put that out there at 322 and it crashed down. I'll show you the exact article. You can see it's pretty crazy at 322 and talks about how the deal might not get done. The computers crashes down right there. It crashed down from 416 high. You can see it had a nice steady trend, 416, and then crashed all the way down here at 375. So basically what happened is the computer started selling, the stop losses started getting triggered, and it started crashing hard. There were no buyers, and it crashed all the way down here to that 376 area, and then rallied back up all the way to a new high of day there above that 420 area after hours. So pretty crazy move. It just shows how volatile these stocks can get, really, with the computers and the algorithms trading off the news here. RAD jumping up there. You can see the 5-minute chart. Nice move all day overall, moving higher all the way up into the close there after hours. Looking at the daily chart here, you can see RAD jumping up from that 310, 308 area this morning up to that resistance there, the 420 area. Previously got stopped out there a couple times back in May. Couldn't get above this 420 area. And then before then, 480 was kind of resistance. So if this deal does happen, the idea of this deal is that WalGreens would buy RAD out at the $6.50, $7 area. That's kind of their price target, I think, to buy it. So you can see here, it got some resistance there at the $6 area. There's still a lot of upside here on this possible move. If the news comes out that this deal is happening and it wants to move higher, we could see a move up here to the $7 area from this $4 area right now. So still a lot of potential here on this move. It's up 30% on the day, and expecting this one to possibly run up even higher tomorrow. Kind of the areas that I would look to get in at, looking to get in at the $4 area. If it possibly dips really hard at open tomorrow for some reason, if some news comes out against it again, it might dip down here to the 380 area. But I think overall, as long as the news isn't like really terrible, that they're totally stopping any possible buyout, I can see this one moving higher throughout the day tomorrow. And that's kind of the goal. I kind of see this one going up to that $6 area. You can see $4 area, 410 being support now after hours, and then getting up here to this 423. So I'd really like to get in above the 420 area. If we get up above that 450 area, it'd be a nice kind of entry to get in there for a possible $2 move up to that 650 area. Would be looking to swing this one in my larger account, getting in there above 450 for that possible $2 move up to that 650 price target for the buyout, or even a $6 area for a $1.50 move on this one. So that's kind of my game plan on RAD. You guys can trade it however you want. Look to maybe get in tomorrow on a dip if it wants to dip, or look to get in above this 420 area, being resistance from earlier back in May, having that resistance there at the 428, 430 area. So if it clears above that 430, 420 area, it'll be nice and smooth sailing up to the price $5 area. From the $5 area, possibly get that move to $6. So it really depends tomorrow on what happens with the news. If the news is looking good, you can see this moving higher. I think the deadline for the FTC is July 7th. So July 7th will be kind of the determining factor. If it doesn't get up above that $6 area before July 7th for the possible buyout, when the news hits, that could kind of jump on that day. It'll happen fast. If the news does come out that this is getting bought out, it'll probably get halted in the morning and then jump up once the news breaks. This could actually jump up tomorrow morning to that 650 area. It just really depends on what happens with the whole lawsuit and FTC. It sounds like it's going to happen, but also there's a chance that they could stop it. Stopping WalGreens and Rite Aid from merging. The downside on this, you're probably looking at a $3, $3 area support kind of downside. So maybe, losing $1 for a possible $2 move here. So the risk reward is looking pretty good. Obviously, if you get in on this, kind of keeping a tight stop for a while and then kind of watching that $4 area. If it starts crashing, time to get out of it, and you don't want to get caught in a big crash if it wants to crash back down. If it doesn't have the volume, if it doesn't have the momentum tomorrow, possibly getting out of RAD if it doesn't look good, if the overall market's just not liking the news or some more bearish articles come out, it could be a possible good short from this $4 area back down to the $3 area. You can see it had a low here so far, 290 area kind of low. So I think if this deal does get turned down, if it isn't working out, if the FTC comes out and says, hey, this deal is not going to happen, then we can see a nice move all the way back down to that 250 area, maybe even lower. If it really gets crazy and starts crashing and people aren't happy about the news, this could be a really nice short. So kind of two different ways to play this. You're going to play the news here. If the news is bad, this is going to start crashing quickly. If the news is good, this is going to skyrocket up to that $6.57 area. So you got to kind of just figure out where you want to get in at and kind of watch the momentum tomorrow, watch the volume at open, look pre-market, see what's happening, and kind of keep an eye on the news. If the news does come out this week, it'll probably happen on around Thursday. WalGreens is reporting results on Thursday, so possible news there on Thursday saying that they're buying out Rite Aid. So keep an eye on Thursday, maybe getting in tomorrow, kind of riding up the possible rumor into Thursday and then selling the news on Thursday, or selling before then on a possible move higher to that $6 area. People thinking that this is going to get bought out, so they're trying to get it up to that $6 area. It really depends on what the market makers want to do here. If they foresee a buyout happening, they're going to try to get this price up there to that buyout area before it gets too crazy and control the stock. So we'll see what happens here. Keep an eye on RAD.